Well, Phnom Penh, Cambodia, safe as houses. My first night, after telling people, fuck off, don't touch me, freaking out from the attention, not understanding the language. I can't even say hello in Cambodian, which is a bit of a disgrace, but it's not time for me to learn Cambodian yet. But I walked around, walked towards, in the local tourist map, there's a couple of little boxes that says where the tourist streets are, Western food, and there's Western food everywhere, but listen, the red light district's okay. So I walk off to this area behind the Royal Palace there, get out the back there, it's starting to get dark, and suddenly I started to be fearful for my life. Maybe not my life, but fearful for where I was going, and I wasn't clear on my escape route, streetwise sort of thing, so I sort of hightailed it out of there. It was a market area, the locals obviously getting dinner there, heaps of trolleys of food, different types, and a lot of Cambodians, a lot of poor people, really, really low area, a couple of streets back from the main area, but no lights. So I hightailed it out of there. I made it back to the red light area where there's a lot of lights, and I stopped at one bar, had a couple of whiskeys, quiet, dark bar. Turned out you can have a joint there. Buy a drink, get a joint. Fuck, it's like, how nice. People there, music's low, the people there just staring at the TV. And I'd go in and I bought a t-shirt, I bought 2 t-shirts, and one had cat piss on it. How's that? What a coincidence. Next morning I pulled it out of the bag and for sure it was rancid cat piss. I tend to be a little bit aware of what cat piss is, but I washed it anyway. But I'm sitting there, and the owner, I ordered a Jack's and Coke, cost me $3.50. Half of the large glass was Jack Daniels. Ice, full of ice, half the glass of Jack Daniels, a sprinkle of Coke. Exactly how I do it, like alcoholic, like. But she smashed me. I think that first night I had about 5 Jacks. Seriously, over 1/3 of her 1 litre bottle was gone. It cost me about $15. $15 for an hour or so. I sat there just watching the idiots, or watching the people walk past, and the locals, just observing, as you do. I become a people watcher. I'm watching out for all those secret cameras, because I've always been watching these guys must have these 4K cameras up their sleeve, or in their armpit, or on their hip, or hiding somewhere. Or that Canadian fella that walks around with a camera on his chest, on a short strap around his neck, and his camera is continually running. I've watched a few of his videos anyway. But what I'm going to say now is 3 or 4 days later, I've started to settle. Yesterday went to the killing fields. It has to be a must to go to the killing fields. I feel my father's been there. After the Vietnam War, my father was in Southeast Asia, so I sort of feel that the old man must have been to Phnom Penh at some stage, New Zealand Army. I went to the killing fields. The tuk-tuk, grabbed it on Grab app, done the deal to go to S21, which is 10-15 minutes drive from here. It costs about $1, $1 US. But halfway there, decided, finish that app one, take me to the killing fields. I got mixed up. I thought S21 was the killing fields, but it's not. S21 is where they murdered everyone. The killing fields is where they murdered everyone and dug up exhumed all the bones and the skulls and cleaned up and made it a historical place of respect. Built a big spire for the thousands of bits of bone fragment and skulls and that, and teeth, and clothes, what have you. Definitely, if you come to Phnom Penh, you have to go there. It's an hour from town. The Grab taxi cost me $15. It's an hour there and an hour back. I took maybe 3 hours to walk around there and listen to the audio tour guide. The taxi waited and brought me back. Cost $15. I had that taxi all day, and he waited. No worries. Paid him, 75 cents first when I hopped out, and then when I got back to the hotel, I paid him $15. Bloody good deal. Walking around last night, a bit easier. Went to that local bar. The lady fucking gives me like really strong drinks. I have just been getting drunk and coming back to the room, being careful not to be legless, but I'm fairly non-legless sort of person no matter how much I drink. The joint the joint actually helps, I guess, because you sort of mellow out and not into any shit. It's probably doing me good, because I had a bit of an anger problem when I came here, and I'm trying to clear my head, change in life, a few things going on. But today, got up, was going to go to the killing fields, but these whiskies last night had a bit of an accumulative effect over the last 3 days, so going to have a bit of a quiet day in today. So I walked up to the shopping mall and found the food court, walked around it first, could see that a lot of food's going over the counter, so it's all fresh food, and it was. I bought a pork fried rice with some soup. It had a bit of vegetables in it. It was a lovely soup, beautiful clear broth, chicken, bit of chicken blood in it, awesome. And the fried rice was pork, and the pork was beautiful, tender. It was fresh as. It was a really nice fried rice, Cambodian style, and the way they cook it, it's a little bit harder here, or the rice is a bit of a harder rice. It's not like the jasmine Thai rice, real soft and fluffy. But it worked well with the soup, so I poured a bit of the chicken broth on the rice as I moved through the little pile. I got a bit of vegetables there too. I tend to stay away from the lettuce or those open leaves unless I wash it myself, because they actually do wash it under the tap water, whereas it might be good for them, but I'd rather not experience that first sickness when that bacteria gets in my guts. But if you get bacteria guts in any country, you'll get it once and you might get it twice, but next time it won't be so bad. You'll start to, you get that good thing going with the food and you get used to it. But I wouldn't drink the water. I drink bottled water, and if I do get a salad, I'll wash it myself with the water. So stay away from the lettuce, the salads. Anyway, today at the mall, I went upstairs and I got that feed. I got a $5 ticket from the booth, so you get a card and then go around and eat what you want, drink what you want, and they give you the change when you're finished. It cost me $2. I got a coconut. I got fried rice, pork fried rice, and $2. I got $3 back from the change when I cashed my card back. Wasn't a snack. It was a meal. It was a plate of fried rice. I went to the market. I am the most prick, the biggest prick to be a customer of. I'm a salesman too sometimes too, and I can be a prick that way. But I'm terrible. I don't want to pay. I went to the market. I was after a backpack. Heaps of copies everywhere. Whatever you want's there. Believe me. I bought a backpack for $15. Started at $25, come down to $15. The negotiation was so friendly. In the end, I didn't mind paying $15. I probably could have got it for $10. But I thought she'd come down from $25. I'd asked at a couple of stalls too, and they'd been very short and sharp with me. So I walked until this young one with a blooming bulldog face, she was nice. She said, "No, please, I need a sale today, and I'll make a special price." And then she said the first bullshit, and I said less, and she said I can't, and I said you can, and all of that. I didn't feel threatened. I didn't have anything boiling in my blood with anger as I do. It was cool. But my point is, no matter what you see, what you think, our Western head thinks about these people, is it an ignorance thing from the language? Or is it just us? Are we the aggressive people, the Westerners? But these Cambodians, they are so soft. They're really nice people. I've been to Thailand. I've been to Laos. I felt the cold shoulder. I come from New Zealand. I've lived in Australia. I felt the cold shoulder. Here, I don't know, they're just really harmless, soft people, you know. They, we must look like women Martians to them, but they're nice people. So Cambodia is a safe place, eh? Wits around you, keep your wits, stay alert, be respectful, I guess, eh? Takes two to tango. I think if I went out there patio style and pushed all the Indians off the fucking footpaths as I do because they're ignorant, or, you know, trip people up because they walk in front of me like I do in patio, I think I'd get shot out there, what I do there. So I tend not to do it. But the thing is, you don't need to do it here, you know. I walk across the road here and they stop. It's main road and I'm walking across, they stop. Patio, you fucking run over, you get hit and you'll pay. Here, now they stop. But there's also seems to be no road rules or unspoken road rules. They beep your horn and go on the wrong side of the road, and they move slowly in front of everything, but everything seems to flow again. There's no big traffic snarls. There's no road rage. I spent over 2 hours in a tuk-tuk the other day going to the killing fields. Amazing, amazing. I had to tell the tuk-tuk driver, fuck man, if this was Australia, we'd have had 5 fights. We would have stopped the car and punched on 5 times. None of that. They're so courteous. And that's what they are in the streets too. You walking past them and they'll move, you know. They're not ignorant. They're Cambodians. Anyway, just wanted to give Cambodia a bit of a positive, because I starting to feel at home with it now. I enjoy it. It's coming to an end, and still looking for my saying to close out. I know I've been using Harold's I approve, but still looking for my sign out. So this is it. It's a 15-minute video. I'll try and do some more, think up some more stuff to say, and hope you enjoy it. A lady from Perth said to me one day, Judy says, just be yourself, talk. People don't want to listen to that music, we want to listen to you. So yeah, let's talk.